We all love lower league challenges in Football Manager, but finding the right club can sometimes be difficult. Well, today I'm going to try and help again by giving you my top 3 EFL jobs to take on in FM23. They all present a different type of challenge, so if you're looking forward to hearing who they are, then please do add a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe for daily FM23 content from both of my long-term saves as soon as the beta's released. There's also plenty of other FM23 save idea videos, which you can find up in the eye above. For now though, it's time to reveal which team comes in at number 3 in my top EFL challenges. And at number 3, we'll start with a potential sleeping giant from League 2. Any guesses? Drum roll please. Of course, it's Bradford City, a former Premier League club with a big stadium, a large reputation and fan base. There's so many positives to this football club. On paper, they're huge by 4th tier standards and have got Valley Parade, a 25,000 seater stadium, which is ready to help take you to the top of English football. Interestingly, they've also gone for an FM style managerial appointment most recently, with Mark Hughes dropping down to League 2, which surprised everyone, to take the helm at the Bantams. In their recent history, you may also remember that the club famously reached the League Cup final in 2013, knocking out Premier League Arsenal and Aston Villa along the way, and that was the same year they gained promotion from this division via the playoffs too. However, they returned back to this level in 2019, and this is now their 4th successive season in this division. They've started promisingly this season though, and are armed with returning Luton loanee Dion Pereira on the wing. Goal scoring threat is provided by experienced target man Andy Cook, and overall Bradford should have a fairly balanced side in this game. Your challenge is simple though. Mark Hughes came in with a big reputation to try and take Bradford back towards former glories, but can you do it with no reputation? If that challenge doesn't sound quite right to you, then maybe number 2 will be up your street. Because at number 2, we head up to the Championship and to a club that were in the playoffs last year. But have I brought out the ultimate bias as a Luton fan though? Let's find out. Drum roll please. No, you'll be relieved to know it's not the biased fan choice. I've gone for Huddersfield Town. Now this might seem like a slightly odd choice, but let me talk you through my reasoning. It was all going so well for Huddersfield, well, as recently as May this year. They beat my team Luton Town in the Championship playoff semi-final, having finished 3rd in the league under Carlos Corberán in his 2nd season. However, since a narrow defeat to Nottingham Forest in the Wembley final, it's all gone a little bit wrong for Huddersfield. Head coach Carlos Corberán walked midway through pre-season, citing a lack of backing after the club lost 6 of the 11 players that started that playoff final. After promoting from within with Danny Schofield, the depleted squad has struggled to get going this season. They sit in the Championship relegation zone at the time of recording, having replaced another head coach already since the season started. Add to that the club's parachute payments from their time in the Premier League came to an end this summer, and you've got an almighty challenge on your hand. Despite the fact the club's now got a smaller budget and less squad depth than it had a year ago, there's still an awful lot of quality to work with. Sorba Thomas provides creativity and brilliant set pieces, with a proven goal scorer at this level in Jordan Rhodes up front. This is almost a little bit of a mini rebuilding job in itself, but it'll be your job to try and take Huddersfield Town back to the Premier League. Then, can you keep them there? If that one doesn't suit you though, and you fancy something a little bit different, number 1 might be the one for you. And that's because, at number 1, I've had to go for one that I think is fairly obvious. We drop a division, and for another side that lost their manager after a good season. Drum roll please. Yes, it's Forest Green Rovers. After winning the League 2 title under Rob Edwards last season, all of the excitement should have been geared towards a first ever season in League 1 for England's greenest professional club. However, just days after that title success, Watford swooped in for manager Edwards in now acrimonious circumstances, and we all know what's happened to him since as well. In came highly rated Ian Birchnell from Notts County and some additions to the playing squad, but despite this, Forest Green have struggled to adapt to their new highest ever level. They currently sit in the League 1 relegation zone, averaging less than a point per game at the time of recording, and they've also got the most goals conceded in the Division 2. Now you could argue that helps you if you choose to take on this challenge, because you'll know exactly where you need to prioritise improving this team. It's not going to be as easy as just buying replacements though, because despite part ownership from Hector Bellerin, Forest Green arguably have the smallest fan base, budget and infrastructure in League One. It'll be a big job to try and keep them up at the first time of asking, and an even bigger one to take them to the top of English football. Sounds like the perfect challenge for Football Manager, doesn't it? So those are my top 3 EFL challenges for FM23, but do any of them sound tempting to you? Let me know who you're planning to manage in the comments if you've already decided on your team for the new game. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to stay up to date with my daily Football Manager content. You can find my FM23 plans video and all of my other top 3s with save ideas up in the eye above. And in addition to that, my FM23 save plans are right next to my head now. Check them out, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.